Hey there, DJ Justin with Listen Up Entertainment and part 2 of our series, Fat Extras for the DJ. Fat, food, alcohol, tipping. Do we tip our DJs? Part 2, and the question often comes up, should we tip our DJ? And the answer is, it depends. It depends on how well they did. It's not necessary. I don't expect a tip at the end of the night, but it is nice. It's appreciated. When we do a really good job and we go out of our way to make the client feel like their event was special and important, and we put a lot of effort and energy into making that event a success, it's a nice thing at the end of the night to get an envelope or to have the client come up and shake our hand and put something in our palm. That's really awesome. And it's really a good feeling. But it isn't necessary. But it is appreciated. Just like you tip a waiter or someone else in the service industry, that's what you need to think about when you ask yourself, should we tip our DJ or not? If you go to a restaurant and the waiter does a really good job, you want to give him a decent tip. Now, how much do you tip your DJ? That's a bigger question. And again, it depends. It depends on the level of satisfaction that you have. Just like it would if you went to a restaurant. If you went to a restaurant and the waiter or waitress was good and they did their job, but they went a little bit above, they did a good job, you give them 10 to 15%. If they do a great job, you give them 15 to 20%. If they just went out of their way to make you feel welcome and they were really quick with your food and they came back and asked you if you needed anything and they were really well versed in the techniques of their job, if they did an awesome job, 20 to 25% is a good number. Same with your DJ. If your DJ does a good job, 10 to 15% of the total that you paid them. If they do a great job, 15 to 20% of the total that you paid them. And if they just go out of their way and they do an amazing job and you want to tip them, 20 to 25%. Percentages can be kind of hard to figure sometimes, so there is a second method to use when asking, when figuring out the tip for your DJ. And that is the hourly rate method. And that is, if you feel your DJ did a good job, you give them 1/2 of their hourly rate. Now, how do you figure out how much the DJ made per hour? Well, and this is a very simplistic method, you take the number of hours of your event and the amount that you paid your DJ for that event. So, for example, if your event went from 5 to 11, 6 hours, and you paid your DJ $1,200 for the day, for the night, $1,200 divided by 6 hours is $200 an hour. Now, that's not really what we make, and please don't get that number in your head and think, oh my gosh, DJs make $200 an hour. No, we don't. But for all intents and purposes, for the number of hours for your event, that's what you can figure. If the DJ does a great job and you want to tip them based on the hourly rate method, if they do a good job, 1/2 of 1 hour. If they do a great job, 1 hour's worth of a tip. If they do an awesome, amazing job, 2 hours. Very simple. To use our example before, if you paid your DJ $200 an hour, a $1,200 event for 6 hours, $200 an hour, and they did a good job, $100. If they did a great job, $200. If they did an amazing, super awesome, fantastic job, 2 hours worth is $400. Now that seems like a crazy amount, but it is maybe deserved. That's when you have to say, should we tip our DJ and how much? As I said, it's not necessary, but it is always appreciated. And if you want a tip, please do. We always, always are grateful at the end of the night when somebody comes up and tells us we did a great job. But DJs, don't go in expecting a tip. All too often I see on Facebook or message boards or whatever it might be, these DJs that talk about their event and say, I did this and this and this and I didn't get a tip. So what? You got paid, right? Then don't complain. Don't go in expecting a tip and you won't be disappointed if you don't get one. Go in expecting to be paid for your service And if at the end of the event the client feels that your service warranted it, enjoy the tip. Thanks a lot for watching Fat Extras for the DJ. Food, alcohol, and tipping. See you on the road.